Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy February.
Happy February.
We have finally made it to February. We have surpassed January, and things are on the up and up.
Yes.
We're getting closer to spring.
Yeah. And honestly, like, we
warmer.
finally have, like, a few things to look forward to. Like, January is the longest month of ever.
If you know us,
always.
You know we hate January. Sorry.
Yeah, and then I started looking at my calendar for, like, the next few months, and I'm just like, okay, there's stuff to do again.
Yeah. My stuff is literally starting next week. Like, I'm going to a comedy show next week, and I'm like, we're back, baby.
Exactly. Like, I think that's the main thing. It's just, like, there's, for some reason, never anything planned or to do in January. It's just, like,
freezing cold.
Yes.
You can't really even go outside. You're just stuck in the house.
Yeah.
Depressed. Everybody's depressed.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
For multiple reasons.
It's horrible. It's just crazy.
We're depressed for so many
But we're
reasons.
done with that.
I mean, kind of.
No, we have to look.
Some of it will stay
forward.
with me. But you're right. We need to look forward.
And in looking forward, me and Savannah have became AMC A-listers.
Yes,
guys.
we did.
If you know us at all, we love reviewing movies before we talk about our little stories.
Yeah.
And so we became A-listers. So AMC, first of all, please sponsor us because
honestly,
we gave you so much money and so much promotion for free. So I just feel like it's not even fair.
And if you don't know what an A-lister is, like, we're gonna get free movie. Well, not free, but it's free movies. It's a subscription.
Yeah,
but you get like,
essentially
basically unlimited movies. Kind of.
If you see more than 2 movies a month, the subscription pays for itself immediately.
Not us trying to sell you it when we're not even
no, but like if you know us, we go see like every movie. Yeah, so we get to go see like a certain number a week, and so we've been going to see so many movies.
Yeah.
But we would be doing that anyway. So but now it's just free. And so since movies are free, speaking of Savannah, I felt this would be it would be best received live on the podcast. So you kind of can't say no.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
There's a movie coming out on Friday and I really want to go see it, and it's a horror movie and it's called Companion.
Oh, that one. Oh my god, why did I think you're gonna ask me to go see the monkey movie? What's it called?
Oh.
What is it called?
Monkey Man?
No.
Oh, no. It's like Better Man.
Better Man. Monkey. Oh my god. We've been calling it the monkey movie. Because I always forget what it's called. And we're just joking around because we both don't really want to see it. But I really thought that's what you were going to say.
No.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
No. That's funny.
Let's go.
Okay. Or we could go see the Better Man.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not.
Or we could go see both because it would be free.
I mean, true.
Wait, guys, can you guys comment in the comment and can we all try to convince Savannah to go see Better Man?
Yeah, let me know if it's good. If I get enough people saying that it's good, then maybe I'll go.
Perfect. In other news, right before we started recording, me and Savannah went thrifting.
Yeah.
We went to Goodwill, and I did not get anything just because I'm kind of broke right now. I owe a lot of money to a lot of people. Car dealerships and bills.
Yeah.
And so, but Savannah, you secured.
Yeah, I got a little crystal candy bowl.
It's really cute.
So when we go, I barely ever go thrifting, but I've been wanting to go somewhere. But I usually just head to the furniture and the trinkets and stuff, and not the clothes.
Yeah, same for me mostly.
Yeah, but yeah. So
it was a win. It was very fun. Yeah, but then I was just getting really overstimulated.
I know, it was kind of a lot.
And I don't even know why.
Yeah, for no reason.
It just was. So, but it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. But now we're here to tell you some fun stories. So Savannah, if you want to get into your story.
Okay. So this week, I found this story actually from Ghost Adventures, of course.
Okay, perfect. Zach. So Zach is giving us the story.
Yeah, kind of. So this week, We are talking about the Star of India, which is a ship.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a ship, and it was originally called the Euterpe,
Period.
but then they renamed it the Star of India. So
I like that name way better.
Yeah,
the Star of India is way better.
I'm just gonna refer to it as that. So yeah, it was featured on Ghost Adventures. It's a haunted ship. It's actually the oldest working sailing vessel.
Oh, it's a sailboat ship?
Yes.
Whatever. That's cool.
I've
always wanted to go on a sailboat.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I... Actually,
I think maybe. I have too.
but not like this. Not like this. So it's actually also made of iron, which is unlike other vessels of the time that were all wooden. So that's probably like has something to do with how it stayed like around for so long.
Yeah,
I guess,
for sure.
It first set sail in 1863. So
wow,
pretty old.
And
it set sail as a British ship. And it in total made 21 voyages around the world.
Wow, that's a lot.
So, yeah.
For a 18 whatever ship.
I know. And, like, it kind of doesn't seem like a lot, but also, like, that's trips around far. The world. Like,
that's far, honey.
Yeah. Like.
In a boat? It's far in a plane.
Yeah. It was a merchant ship. It hauled cargo, and it also did transport immigrants for a time. And many people, unfortunately, have died on this ship.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where this is headed.
Mm-hmm. So in 1901, it was given a more up-to-date sailing system. So a little bit more up to date, but that's still pretty old.
Yeah, for sure.
And then in 1923, the ship was finally taken out of service. And in 1926, a group in San Diego actually raised money to purchase the Star of India, and it was brought there in San Diego to be docked and restored.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Great Depression happened, and they were unable to restore it. So it kind of just sat there for about 30 years.
Oh, no.
And then an experienced sailor came to San Diego, and his name is Captain Alan Villers. And Captain Alan, he was like looking at this ship, and he's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful, but it's like in such bad condition. Like, how could you guys let it sit here for so long and not
for real like, though
fix it up? Yeah. But so he like basically complained to all these people, and they got guilt tripped to create a fund and like raise money to get the ship restored finally.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Good. So that was cool. And then so finally in 1976, the ship got to go out and sail again.
Oh my God, that's such a long time.
I know.
That was like the same amount of time it was in commission for.
Right, exactly. And now a group of volunteers run the ship, and they take her out sailing like once a year.
Oh, that's cool. What the heck?
Yeah. So that's like the not scary part of this ship.
Yeah. Oh, I literally forgot again that it was haunted.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it was haunted. Let's get into it a little bit. Some people have said that people have seen black shadows, seen like just around, in different places throughout the ship. And this is by investigators and by people who work on the ship, like the volunteers. And there was somebody who was in the Ghost Adventures episode. He was one of the volunteers. He said that he felt someone push him,
oh my God.
and has seen shadow figures coming out of his like office area.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I would not like to see a shadow figure walking out of my office.
I know, it's scary. And Also, the helmsman, John, he said that he feels like he is being watched all the time on the ship.
Oh, no.
And they asked him, and he said, yeah, there's probably about 4 or 5 different entities here.
Oh, my God. Okay, see, here's the thing. Like, being in a haunted house is one thing because you can leave.
Yeah.
On a ship, you're literally stuck there unless you're close to the shore.
I know.
Oh, that's so scary.
And then David, the maintenance supervisor, he had he said that he like brought 2 friends onto the boat. I guess I don't know if they were having an event there or they were sailing or something, but they were there like overnight, so they're staying in some of the cabins. And the 2 people, they said that they did not like the vibe of their cabin at all. They're like, this is weird, like we're getting a bad feeling. And then they found out later that it was the cook's cabin. And apparently this guy would like injure people or like just abuse was happening to the people there.
That's
so
horrible.
Yeah, just bringing out the bad vibes in there.
Yikes.
So, getting into the deaths on this ship. The main one is Captain McBarnett. He is said to have committed suicide on the ship.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense why he's still there.
Yeah. So, in December of 1875, an Army Captain McBarnett, he was aboard the ship and it was set for New Zealand from England. So that's a long trip.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Reports say that he was drinking heavily and he was depressed. Because, like, honestly, if I was on a ship for that long, I'd be depressed too.
Same.
But, I mean, I don't know.
I would be too.
4 days into the trip, we're getting into the graphics here. 4 days into the trip, he slit his own throat.
Oh my God. He was the captain?
He was, I think so. I don't know. The way that they word it, they're like, he was an army captain.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, like, maybe he was the captain of the ship. I'm guessing he was.
That's such a like very harsh way to do that. That's so sad.
And so stories say that he was found in time and rushed to the ship's surgeon and was stitched up so he didn't bleed out.
What?
And then he was put into the first mate's cabin and placed on a watch. Like, so someone would be there to watch him at all times.
Hold on. I wasn't expecting him to be alive.
Well, not for long. Because then when he was left alone for 1 minute, he apparently tore out his stitches.
Oh my God, Savannah. Why are you telling me this? Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
And he bled out and died? Oh my God.
He died in the first mate's cabin.
I was so not ready for that.
So this is how the story goes, but it may be mixed up with another story.
Oh.
Because like the real story could be that the captain did cut his own throat.
Okay.
But he didn't survive it the first time.
Okay. Regardless.
Yeah, he didn't survive it the first time. And then the part that comes in second was that another passenger attempted to take his own life by ripping out stitches, but then end up living.
Oh my God.
So those stories kind of got pushed together. So
yeah,
I think they're separate, but
they're both horrible.
I know they
like
are
horrible. Oh, that physically pains me so bad to think about.
Honestly, the next one you're gonna hate too.
Great. I'm ready.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. So this other one, they in the Ghost Adventures episode, they were calling him the Chinaman. It was a Chinese sailor who was on the ship. He was in the like lower deck where I think it was like a locker room area or something, and there was like chains in there for the anchor, you know, when it's pulled up.
Yeah.
And then while he was in there, the anchor got deployed by mistake. So it went down, you know, into the water.
Into the waters.
So the chain obviously went up and he got stuck in the chain.
Savannah.
And got, yeah.
Squished. Chain.
Kind of, yeah, like he got stuck. Like, they're gigantic chains.
Yeah. Oh my God. Honey, this ship has horrible history.
Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, I have one more for you.
Okay. Okay.
The ghost of Johnny Campbell. So, Johnny, he was a stowaway on the ship in 1884, and he had climbed aboard looking kind of for an adventure. Mm-hmm. He was a teenager at the time, like 14. And he was found, like, pretty quickly. But then the crew, they were like, you know what? You're going to be put to work, obviously. Like, we need you to
child labor.
Yeah. And so he was tending to the 100-foot tall masts, like the sails.
Yes.
So he's kind of like at the top.
Uh-huh.
And his foot slipped.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hanging on there by his hands, trying, like, he caught himself with his hands, you know, trying to hang on. But then he slipped off of there and fell to the deck below.
Oh my God.
And he broke both of his legs. He did survive the fall, but unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries 3 days later.
Oh my God. Savannah, this is so bad. This is so bad.
I know. I usually don't do any like that are this bad. This one's pretty bad.
That is so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy that all... I'm like, at this point, I'm like, is it cursed, actually?
I don't know. They didn't really say anything about a curse.
Like, I mean, are ships that dangerous?
Kinda.
Jeez,
I was gonna say, like, I feel like it was just ships at the time. That was just that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Dang, that's so scary.
Mm-hmm. So that's sort of like the backstory of all these, supposed ghosts.
Yeah.
But there were some happenings in the Ghost Adventures episode that I'll go over. So first thing, before they went and like hunted for ghosts, the people running the ship, they were like, Zach and the rest of your crew, you guys gotta do some work on this ship.
Just like that boy.
Literally, like they made them raise some sails. So they were pulling on a rope to raise a sail.
That's so funny.
And they also pulled or like pushed on the capstan, which is like, I don't know if you've seen like in movies probably, on the deck of a boat, there's like a thing, a circle thing that it like spins around and it has like things sticking out of it. So there can be people on this, like this spike sticking out to push on it and they walk around in a circle.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, that ship. I was going to tell you. It pulls up the anchor.
Oh. Yeah, that
or
makes sense.
It can also pull up like a sail or something. I think you can connect it to different things. Mm-hmm. But it's like to pull stuff up like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, they made them do that. So,
that's funny.
Yeah. But after that, they got to get to work and ghost hunt. One of the workers told them actually to not use a lot of electronic equipment and to use as much primitive ghost hunting equipment as they could.
Because they're old.
That was kind of cool.
Like the ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
So they were like, we don't want to like, you'd get a better, better readings and better
scientific
results.
Facts.
Yes,
as Zach would say. Scientific evidence.
Exactly.
In proof of these spirits.
Yeah. You'll get a Class A clear.
You will get a Class A clear.
If you don't use as much high-tech equipment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what they did. They actually went to a local store, and bought an old compass.
Oh,
which
that's
is pretty
fun.
Cool. And they do have, like, night vision cameras rolling, of course. Obviously, it's a show.
Yeah, they have to.
And they did use a few different, like, electronic things, but they did try to stay away from it. So one of the rooms they went in was the first mate's cabin, which is supposedly where the captain died. So Zach, of course, he went in there and he started talking to the captain to see if he could get anything out of him. Then he starts to get like vertigo. He's like, oh my God, guys, I'm getting so dizzy. Like, what's happening? It feels like the boat is moving.
Was the boat moving?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, maybe it was. Like, is it in water?
I mean, it's docked.
Yeah, but it could be floating up and down.
I don't know. He felt like he was describing it as like a hurricane, though. He's like,
okay.
We're in a storm.
Okay. Got it. A spiritual
but
storm.
Also, like, I feel like he could have definitely just been making that up.
He definitely was, but no hate, Zach. Sorry.
But then after he was like over that, he started like looking through again, and he heard a little girl crying.
Oh. Did the cameras pick it up?
It did kind of pick something up, yeah. He also heard something move. It was like a doorknob turning, and it did pick that up, and I was like, wait, what was that? It did seem like somebody like turned a doorknob, but there was no one there. So it was like, what?
Creepy.
It's creepy.
That's creepy.
And they also went to the tween deck, which that's just like one of the lower decks. And this is where the Chinese man that I was talking about, he died there. And they did use a spirit box there to try to talk to him.
Yeah.
And they got like a few little things, but nothing crazy. And they also used the compass and a homemade electroscope. Have you heard of an electroscope?
No.
Okay. So an electroscope, it works with static electricity in the air. It is like, you can like home make it. It's there's like directions.
Okay.
I looked it up on Google. And
okay, we should make one.
Yeah. It has like an antenna. It's like a bottle. Like they use like a glass bottle.
Okay.
And they have like an antenna, like a piece of metal sticking out. And then it was connected to like two pieces of foil or like metal pieces and like wire around or something.
This sounds crazy.
Yeah, but it was also like simple at the same time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So basically the two pieces of metal that are hanging down in the middle of the bottle, they will separate if there's like something comes near it.
Yeah,
so
no, that makes sense.
They're like, oh, if it goes here, it'll be static electricity and it'll move apart.
Yeah.
So, and it did actually move apart at one point. And
That's
they
crazy.
said that it was because there was like a cold spot that went past. So they were
felt,
like, yeah. So
they felt them move through
I
them.
don't know. But we probably need to look into the electroscope. That'd be
I
kinda
think, that's cool.
And the compass that they had, it started moving too, strangely. Which is like always weird because like compasses obviously like they stay in one spot if you don't move them.
I immediately think of Stranger Things, so
yeah.
nothing
so
good.
They were like, why is it moving? What? So that was interesting.
Yeah.
And they believe that the ghost that was messing with them was John Campbell, the kid.
Yeah.
So.
That makes the most sense.
And then at other points in the show, Aaron, he got pushed in the chest by a ghost.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, I have chest pains. Oh my god. And they also use the Ovulus 5, which like shouts out words, basically, or like writes out words. And some of the words said Akasha, which is an Indian word, which is weird because it's like the Star of India. And then also it said the word devil.
It always does.
Yeah. It did say like a bunch of other stuff, but I just thought that was interesting. And then they were also talking with the spirits and realized they wanted them to say a prayer. Because the Ovulus 5, like it said contrition. And then they were like, what does contrition mean? And they looked up contrition, and there is the act of contrition, the prayer.
Yeah.
So they were like, they want us to say this prayer to like save them from it's like, okay, really, what is that going to do at this point?
Right.
They've been on the ship for hundreds of years.
Right.
But they said it. They said the prayer.
Well, maybe it helped.
I know. Yeah, maybe it did some. I don't know. But yeah, this ship, it seemed pretty haunted. Yeah. Pretty scary.
Yeah, a lot of bad stuff happened there. I can imagine that it is really haunted and scary.
I know. Yeah, it's... I would definitely go and see it if I was like over.
Like, can we?
By there. I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't know. It said that volunteers, run it. Yeah. And they take it out to sea to like, and you can see it from shore. See them like sailing it, and they do that like once or twice a year. So you just have to like, maybe we can like see when.
But I want to go in it. I want to investigate it.
I need to look on I should have looked on their website to see if there was like a tour or something.
Yeah.
But
we'll find out.
I know. Yeah.
Because I want to. Wait, where?
It's in San Diego. Yeah.
Well,
I feel like there's got to be a tour because.
Yeah. I mean,
I think there is.
Oh, that's creepy. That it's like because isn't Alcatraz in San Diego? Or no, San Francisco. Never mind.
No.
Yeah. Never mind. Sorry, I don't know.
I think I've been to San Diego when I was like 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you remember it?
Not really. I just remember seeing pictures of me there.
Well, that makes sense. Well, I suppose moving on to my story. Mm-hmm. This one's crazy. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. And so, okay, I'll just say it. I have the legend for you. I have the legend of Clarita Villanueva, which is a person. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have sat and told so many stories about so many haunted places. And you just told one of a haunted place, but it's rare that we get to tell the story of a haunted person.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a thing.
Or maybe it's something worse.
Oh.
We'll see.
Okay.
It's absolutely bananas. Bananas, okay, as Gwen would say. So let's just jump right on in. So Clarita Villanueva was a 17-year-old Filipina girl. Unfortunately, she had really only known a life of tragedy. Mm-hmm. She did not remember her father. He left immediately when Clarita's mom found out that she was pregnant. So,
okay.
Winner chicken dinner, that man.
Right.
So Clarita actually didn't even know like her whole life, like if her dad was alive or dead. Oh, wow. Like didn't know who he was at all. Mm-hmm. So she was obviously really close to her mom, and her mom was a spiritualist and a fortune teller as her job.
Okay.
Which is fun. I would love that.
That is, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like connected to the other side.
Right. She literally grew up watching her mom hold seances, communicating with the dead, and using clairvoyance to predict the future.
Okay.
And I mean, of course, her mom took money from these people because it was her job.
Yeah.
What these people didn't know was that Clarita's mom would make fun of them behind their back.
Oh my God, really?
Because it was all just a game to make a living for her. She was like, it's so easy to deceive these unsuspecting and gullible people.
Oh my God. So she's faking it the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, she was. But tragically, her mom actually died when she was only 12 years old.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's so sad. And it was like unexpected too. So she was Clarita was all of a sudden an orphan. And she did not have any immediate family to take care of her. And she's 12. So she's just homeless on the streets.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately, she has to make a living by being a sex worker.
At 12?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Unfortunately. And on. 12 and on.
How does she even know about that?
I don't know. I mean, I assume it wasn't like immediately.
Yeah, like somebody probably came up to her too.
Yeah, probably told her. Yeah. But that's what happened. So, you know, she started working as a sex worker in her small town, hometown. But then she ended up working all the way up to the capital city of the Philippines, Manila.
Okay.
And in this huge city, there were way more men that she could use to make way more money. So she was really good at making money. She was on the up and up at this point. She was like, all right, we are up, baby.
Yes.
That is, unfortunately, until the morning of May 6th, 1953.
Okay.
It was around 2 a.m. on the streets of Manila. Clarita unfortunately made the mistake of offering her services to an undercover police officer.
Oh.
Who then arrested her and threw her in prison for prostitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it wasn't actually some random drunk tank. They took her to Bilibid prison, which at the time was being used kind of like a city jail, but this prison, this location, it was 300 years old at that time, okay, in 1953. And only 2 short days after Clarita was put in this prison, this very strange phenomenon started to happen, okay?
Okay.
Clarita woke up in pain one day in prison, okay?
Okay.
She's in prison. She's waking up and she's like screaming in pain because
oh my God.
She's waking up and she looks at her arm and there are 2 bites on her arm, okay?
Bites?
Yes.
Like, is she...
Bite marks. 2 separate bite marks. One of them was this huge bite mark, and the other one was a way smaller bite mark. And teeth marks.
Full set of teeth.
Full set of teeth.
Oh my God.
And so teeth marks, they were very, very deep indentations into her arm. So it wasn't like
oh no,
a light little bite. It was a big chomp. So
what? And she just woke up with that on
yes.
her. Like, how do you not feel that on you?
Okay, so that's what I was just going to say. Like, you may be saying, Taylor, this is not weird. She's in a prison. Like, her roommate probably just bit her. I don't know.
Well,
like,
maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe. And sure. I agree. But here's where things take a twist. So, obviously, she's screaming. She's like, help me. The guards, they come up there, and they're like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. Looking at her arms, investigating her bite marks. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't know what happened to me. Look, and as the guards are literally looking over her body, more bite marks start appearing. What? They are standing there and no one is biting her. And these bite marks are appearing. A bite mark showed up on her neck, back, legs, and more on her arms all around the same time. Witnessed by many people, prisoners and guards.
This is an invisible person.
That
at this point
is the plot of Invisible Man. That's a good movie. Wow, that's crazy. And blood literally flowed from these bites, some of them. And so, yeah, this poor 17-year-old girl at this point, she was just screaming bloody murder from the pain. So that seemed to be coming from absolutely nowhere. Yeah, and it didn't stop. So at this point, Clarita is obviously taken to the hospital to be treated. Still, like, in prison gear.
Yeah.
Locked up, which is crazy. But all of her doctors said that they had never seen anything like her case whatsoever. And her main doctor, Dr. Laura, I don't know how to pronounce it, Laura, I think. He was the prison physician. He testified that these bite marks actually began to occur daily.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
And everyone who saw this happen, which again, I have to say, a lot of people actually witnessed this happening in real time.
That is crazy.
Like, it's really weird. It's so crazy. So obviously, these doctors are like, we may be the best doctor here, but honestly, we don't have any answers. So they start calling doctors from other countries. They call university professors, any kind of professional in any kind of field of the sort they called. And they were like, hey, do we have a case for you?
Oh my God.
And as I'm sure you can imagine, it did not take long for the media to get a hold of this story. Soon enough, newspapers, radio stations, magazines, everyone wanted the inside scoop as to what the heck was going on with Clarita Villanueva. And it actually became a global story, which is absolutely crazy in 1953.
That seems like it would capture many people's attention because it's like, what is happening?
Yeah, what is happening?
It's crazy.
So you think it's crazy now. Oh, are we about to take a twist? One of her doctors actually to her face accused her of he was like, you're putting on an act.
Oh my God.
For publicity.
You're doing it yourself. How though?
He was like, somehow, some way, you're doing this. And Clarita, it is said, this is exactly how she responded. She just stared at the doctor as he's saying this. And then she said to him, "You will die."
What?
He didn't feel anything in the moment. He was like, okay, whatever, man. Like, whatever.
Like, that's weird.
Okay. But the next day, he died.
The next day?
Immediately. No cause.
What?
He was not sick. There was no reason for his death. He was just found dead. Of course, this sends the public into a frenzy of fear.
Dead.
He dropped dead. Yeah, he did. Yes, indeed, he did. And so this is when the legend of Clarita being a witch started. And it quickly grew to this huge legend, like Clarita is this witch and she can speak curses that will come true. And that's like kind of how the legend took over. And I'm not sure how much time that had passed after this doctor died. Yeah. But Clarita is still being watched over in the hospital at this point. Okay. And she still has prison guards on her at all times because she's a prisoner in like a regular hospital. Yeah. So obviously. And actually the chief officer got into a confrontation with Clarita. And I don't know what it was really over. But it said that she was trying to defy whatever he was telling her to do. Okay. And weird. In retaliation, he kicked her. What? Which I'm like, okay, sir. You can't just kick this 17-year-old girl. Right. Like, because she's not listening to you. She's a prisoner. Like she's 17 in prison. Right. And also going through something really crazy. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? So she immediately just stops. She stops fighting him. Oh. She stares directly at him. And you know what she says?
You're going to die?
You will die.
Oh, no.
Within 4 days, the man was dead. No cause, no reason. Took a little
longer for him.
It did. But, you know, I don't know how much time had passed. Insane. Maybe she was weak. But at this point, everybody was getting scared, like, including the doctors. So the doctors they're like, okay, demon. Let's call the priest. No scientist can figure this out. No doctor can figure this out. Let's call the church. I mean, maybe, you know? Yeah. Because what's biting her? What? I don't know. There are teeth marks, but there's nothing there. Yeah. So, yeah. So, also, let me mention this. This is important, okay? While she's in the hospital, they run every single kind of test on her that they could possibly, and like know that they're working hard. She had multiple mental evaluations. All of the doctors, and there were multiple different ones, they all said that she was mentally sound. What? So I just think that
is kind of crazy because it seems like she wouldn't be.
She was like, I don't know what's happening to me. Yeah. But like, yeah, she was like, I don't know. So yeah, at this point they're just like, okay, everyone, please come help us. This is when we're introducing a new character. Okay. American pastor, Lester Sumrall. Okay. Lester Sumrall, honey. I don't know where he was from, but I just know it was from somewhere down south yonder. It's gotta be. You know? At least I'm gonna pretend. I don't know. I didn't look Lester up. Anyway.
But just by the way you said it, I was like, I agree.
Yes. So Lester actually heard the story on the radio all the way over here in America. Okay. And he was like, oh, God is calling me to help this girl out. Mm-hmm. So let me go over there ASAP. Immediately books a ticket to the Philippines. And he's like, oh, I'm here. And I believe Lester was a Pentecostal preacher, and I don't know what that is, and I didn't look it up. So sorry. I know that it's some kind of version of Christianity, though. Yeah. But I don't know. But I believe he's Pentecostal. So okay. If you know what that means, cool. But yeah. So just remember, he literally flew all the way from America to the Philippines immediately, which is just crazy, honestly. And so because he did that. Obviously, like, especially then, like, he had to, like, go to the Manila mayor's office once he arrived. Okay. Because he's, like, a foreigner, right? Right. He had to get permission to go see Clarita. Right. And so, like, yeah. So when he went to the mayor actually warned him. He was like, hey, man, oh my God. Do you really want to go help her? Because the last two people that tried to help her, they're dead now.
Okay, but they didn't even help her. They were... not trying to help
I'm telling
her.
you, like, the news was, like, spinning this story at the time. So, like...
That's what they were saying. But, like, in reality, if he is going to go try to help her, I doubt that
she's going to, like, hurt him.
Yeah, like, I doubt he'll be in any real trouble.
Like, these people were fighting her.
Yeah.
Like, when she said that to them, so... And also, we don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence.
Right. Like, maybe she can just see the future.
Right. I mean, like, I know we all said, like, her mom was making it up, but what if she wasn't making it all up?
And she can do the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, so the mayor. Yeah, he was like, dude, are you sure you want to go? And Lester was like, yes. And... Actually, the mayor made him sign, essentially, like, not an NDA, but, like, a paper saying that, like, if something does happen to you, we're not responsible. You can't blame us. And, like, that's crazy, but Lester did sign it.
Okay.
Yep, he did. He was like, I don't care. So, when he finally got to her, he was in the room with her, 6 doctors, and a reporter.
Oh.
There was a lot of people in there, at all times.
Like, how big is this room?
I don't know.
Crowded.
I know. Seems I would get way overstimulated in there.
Yeah.
And I would also be scared.
Right.
So it is said that as soon as Lester saw her, he was like, okay, obviously we have to exorcise this demon out of her. This is clearly a demonic possession.
Yeah.
So he was there working with Clarita for 3 days, exorcising this demon out of her. Okay. He was convinced that this was the workings of the devil and his demons, and one of his demons was in Clarita. So,
oh my God,
for 3 days, he's praying and exorcising and doing whatever you do during an exorcism to Clarita. And on that 3rd day, out of nowhere, Clarita suddenly, after hours of convulsing, shaking, all of the things that you see, like, in regular exorcisms, or, like, whatever, all that was happening, she just stops, falls to the floor, looks up, smiles, takes a really deep breath, and says, he's gone. And Lester was like, where'd he go? And
that's scary.
She replied, he went out that way, pointing at the door. And then she said, he's gone, one more time.
Oh my God, okay.
So,
okay.
So that is just crazy to now be like, okay, yeah, and that was that. Lester packed up his stuff and he went back to America. And, what's funny is that, like, before it was kind of known that it, like, as more demonic demon infestation, people actually thought it might have been aliens controlling her.
Aliens like, controlling her?
Like, that's literally, like, what? The stories were getting crazy. Like, the conspiracy theories were crazy. Like, the aliens were, like, a new thing in the 1950s,
Okay, I guess you're right.
And they're like, let's blame everything on the aliens.
Right.
They're like, it's the aliens controlling her. And I was like, I can't even get there because I can't.
No.
And I'm all about the alien theories.
Right,
but girl, this was not an alien. I'm sorry. If it was,
like, I don't know.
Like, shout out to the aliens, I guess. But anyway, I just thought that was funny. But after this alleged possession, Clarita Villanueva lived the rest of her life in silence. We don't know where she is today.
In silence?
Like, in silence, like, hidden.
Oh, okay.
Like, might as well be the protection program.
Right.
Because you said in silence?
I'm like, I was like, did she just not talk anymore? I don't know.
No. Like, we don't know where she is. Today, she would be 89 if she was still living.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, like, Clarita, I just want to say, like, hit us up if you're out there.
Right.
If you like, I'm serious. Like, we don't have to tell your story. But I would just love.
Just hit us up. We have this podcast, but we're not talking about it.
Like, if you don't want to, but I would love to, like, just have a conversation about this. I really would. But anyway, let's get into, like, some of the controversy. Okay, like, do you think she was lying for publicity?
I don't know how she could lie. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't get it because, like, it seems like the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding.
The pudding is such a big bowl of pudding.
Like, people are watching her.
Like, how I'm trying to think of, even today in the year of 2025, how I could maneuver having bite marks and blood appear.
Get what the point was if she was lying.
Right. Right. Because, and that's the thing I was going to say, and I have it written down here, like, her mom, like, yes, she saw her mom deceive her people, like, doing similar things in this, and I understand that, but her mom was making money doing it.
Yeah, and she wasn't.
Clarita is in prison, but then I'm like, okay,
needed the attention.
maybe, like, she was trying to get attention to get out of prison, but I'm like, that's not the way to do it.
No.
Girl, people are scared of you now. Now they're like, keep her in.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know how long she was, like, left in jail. I don't know anything. Yeah. So that is a mystery, I guess. And this is Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. So the mystery of where Clarita is today, I don't know. I hope she's living. Okay. I hope she's thriving out there.
I hope so, too.
Chilling. Like, 89, just, like, in a good retiring place. Yeah. Like, chilling hard. But one last fun fact for you. In 2019... there was a movie based on her story, and the movie is called Clarita. Oh. And I looked it up, and it has a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that is very good for a horror movie. Okay. So I didn't get the chance to watch it before telling this story, but I really want to watch it, so I think we should.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we should.
Yeah, but that is the very, very strange story of Clarita Villanueva.
That is so weird, and I kind of wish, I wish there was, like, a full explanation on what happened, and not just... oh, it was, like, a demon.
I know. But, like, was it? Like I don't even believe...
I don't believe in demons.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, I want there to be, like, a rational explanation. So,
like, my scientific explanation, I think, would be, like, maybe she is having... like, first of all, it's the 1950s. They don't know anything about mental health. They say she's mentally sound. Yeah. Sure. What if she has multiple personality or DID?
Right.
And she is biting herself, but she doesn't know that she's biting herself or any other kind of mental thing. Or what if it's, like, not actually bites? What if it's, like, some kind of a hive? Yeah, a rash. And she's, like, having a reaction to something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like either could happen. Mm-hmm. Or also, like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, it's weird, though, because they're, like, it looked like human teeth marks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's weird. I don't have any answers. I really actually don't know what I believe in this. But I kind of believe her.
Really either. I know. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Is there pictures?
Lester, also. Yeah, there's pictures of her. Yeah.
Like with the bite marks?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that up. I didn't want to see the bite marks.
Well, I just want to see if anybody actually caught them.
Okay, well, let's see. And while we're talking about pictures, go to our Instagram.
Yes, please.
Tell them what else to go to, Savannah.
Go to our Instagram. Go to our, we have a Facebook page. We have a TikTok.
YouTube.
A YouTube. Go make a comment somewhere. And just let us know what your favorite ghost story is.
Okay.
How about that?
You're so right. Also, now that I'm looking this up, remember how we talked about the room being very crowded and very overstimulated?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's a lot of people in there.
Yeah. So, it's also 1953. So, the quality of these pictures are absolutely horrible. Yeah. But, there's none really, like, up close of the bite marks. There's more of just, like, her. Yeah. And there's not really that many of her. There's, like, 2. There's one of her, like, literally just, like, in the room with all these people. And Lester, like, has his hands on her, like, doing the exorcism. Yeah. And then there's one other one that's just, like, her before the bite marks. Like, just a picture of her. Right. So, unfortunately, no pictures of the bite marks. But still check out our Instagram to see pictures of what Clarita looks like. She's beautiful. But, yeah. Crazy. I have no answers. And I hate when I don't have answers.
Yeah, I don't.
We all know
I don't
this.
have anything.
I don't know. Comment and tell Savannah that she needs to go see Better Man with me. And then also tell me what you think happened. Do you think it was a demon? If it wasn't a demon, what was it?
Yeah.
I want to know. But other than that, go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please. Mm-hmm. But I don't really have anything else for you guys this week. What about you, Savannah?
Nothing.
All right, well, then I guess we will see you guys next week.
All right, cue the music.